Moving on to the next one, AI-powered data center operations, maximizing efficiency with AI. And this session will be taken by Mr. Jagat Ram, Head Data Center Operations and Delivery at Larsen & Toubro. Mr. Jagat carries over 25 years of experience into telecom infrastructure, network design and build, creating, managing and operating many data centers span India, and still continues supporting the industry with great passion and zeal. Prior to Larsen & Toubro, he has worked with leading organizations like BSNL Internet Services Limited, Tata Communication Data Center Private Limited, ST Telemedia Global Data Centers India, and currently at Larsen & Toubro, he's managing their critical operations on 24/7/365 basis for IT infrastructure, network security systems, and storage, ensuring 99.999% uptime. Please put your hands together, everyone, for Mr. Jagat Ram.
Very good morning. Can you hear me? So good to see so many partners here. In fact, the partners who are present here are maybe service provider. They serve complete purpose of this conference. To be very honest, I see that entire ecosystem is in here. My name is Jagat, so I handle data center operation in Larsen & Toubro. And especially, we are in field of providing co-location services to customize the requirement of very high-powered data center like AI. And as a L&T, we are building it out a very hyperscale data center, very compatible for this AI workloads. If you look this word, really, in fact, I like AI-powered data center. So when you say AI-powered, actually we are first powering AI, okay? Then AI is going to empower our own life, isn't it? It's a very meaningful line I can see. If someone can help me from audience define what is called AI data center, maybe my next slide will definitely talk, okay? Just help me, what is AI data center? Why we call it AI data? We have so many data center. We've got all enterprise data center, hyperscale data center. What is new in this AI data center? So if someone can help me from audience. Okay, let me go and just put a brief description of AI because something this is new coming up. When I call AI data center, this refers to very cutting edge facility designed to accommodate the intense computational demand of artificial intelligence. So there is two keywords here. One is cutting edge facility, okay? Second is demand of artificial intelligence workload, right? So these are two items which is very key in this definition. We are going to focus how today's environment, today's data center infrastructure can meet these two areas. Okay, if we are going to design workload for AI data center, what are the key features of such data center? The first is high performance computing, right, resource. We'll have lot more GPUs, lot more CPU, lot more TPUs inside such workload, and this will definitely have a scalable storage infrastructure. We'll have low latency network, such data center. We'll have AI framework and software stacks like your libraries, all those software to be enabled for AI workloads. Power dense and highly efficient cooling system. So if you have to meet the demand of this AI workloads, these are 5-6 points that we have to focus on. Assess your current infrastructure. If you got already your data center operating, can we assess the existing, your storage, your power, your data center space, cooling, network, can it meet the current, your future demand of your AI workloads, right? And also, if not, then we have to invest into a scalable infrastructure of such facilities. You can also embrace it out cloud services for scaled up compute needs, because for your fluctuating workload, cloud could be very handy when you're starting up the whole data center and from your on-prem data center. Monitor and manage energy consumption, invest in talent and training, because the AI skills are pretty new. Data scientists, machine learning engineers, all those are pretty new skills that are required to be trained. So this is one of the focus area. You have to know what your data center element will constitute for the AI workloads. One is compute resource, second is storage, third is networking infra, cooling and power infra, software stack, and security. If I can just see one of the NVIDIA DGX CPU's design, we have packed out these servers bottom to top, and this power for each rack is going to be more than 50 kilowatt per rack. Okay, so this will have, we have to assess how many GPUs per server we want to add into, what will be kilowatt power per rack, how much is going to be watt per GPU, right, to arrive on. So this might go more than 50 kilowatt per rack, such workloads. Second thing we have to assess also is the cooling requirement, high density cooling infrastructure. In fact, there are partners here who can definitely talk about more on this cooling design for such high workloads. But from my side, if you are going to have 30 to 50 kilowatt per rack workload of AI, then the very handy solution is RDHX, okay? Rear heat door exchangers. They are pretty handy in terms of they have rear heat door exchange here installed, and you got existing your chill water supply. There is a CDU, and you can cool such a rack up to 30 to 40, 50 kilowatt per rack. Only problem with this solution is for such high density system is single point failure. Okay, as you can see, racks, heat exchanger, heat exchanger, heat exchanger, right? This is just N. It is not N plus 1 or N plus N. That is the major problem with this solution of RDHX. Maybe, and then if you are going for, let's say, uptime certification, okay? I'm sure you have to take care of plus 1 also here. But yes, more than 30 to 50 kilowatt, conventional cooling system won't work it out. So we have to go with RDHX kind of solution here. If your workload is increasing for such system, more than 50 kilowatt, then what? So we have to fall back something called direct chip cooling solution. And there are two flavors in this, one phase and two phase direct liquid cooling solution. But catch is here, DLC system can only extract maybe 80 to 90% only the heat. 10 to 20% heat is still inside your box. So it could be then hybrid cooling solution completely, where you cool 90% heat from the DLC and 10 to 20% heat from the air cooling system, right? Now, here again, this looks very fancy, very nice to cool your workload up to more than 50 kilowatt, 100 kilowatt. But this again gives you single point failure system, right? So people are definitely countering this. How can we make it completely redundant N plus N or N plus 1 system, right? This is another challenge on this solution, yeah. When your workload increases more than 100 and 150 kilowatt, then what? So we again have technology called LIC, which is liquid immersion cooling system. There you put it out your entire server into this cabinet, which is filled with coolant. But challenge here again, all the hardware you're buying must be compatible with the LIC, okay? And use dielectric. This is a coolant system. They do have CDU inside this box, which connect your cooling environment again back. The key advantage of this solution is that it can actually give you very low PUE because there is no moving part as such here, okay? And it's just coming. Trust me that all three solutions we spoke about, it is all custom made. No data center provider can today say that it's ready, come and take it, okay? It's all need-based and custom-based solution, okay? The third item for such data center would be low latency network, where the network has to be pretty low latency, which can give you connectivity up to 100 to 400 gig, or even more than 400 to 800 gig connectivity. So later in this session, I think post lunch, we have partners, I think from 𝗂𝗺𝗃. They have some session. Let's understand from them how this AI stack can be connected through the high density infrastructure using this spine leaf architecture or TAR switches. Yeah. So if you can put into entire network into leaf and spine, then GPU is going to communicate with leaf, and it is Ethernet outward and InfiniBand inward between storage and your compute. So it gives you pretty more than 400 gig capacity to for the load to interact. How your AI can transform your workload. So if we are going to have a data center where AI workload going to come, these are possible workload in data center into machine learning, computer vision, you know, for autonomous vehicle, natural language processing, deep learning, real-time and batch processing, recommendation system. These are type of workload we expect into AI data center. AI to rescue, okay. What is the capability of AI to transform your workload? So this can increase your computational demand. It can also put stress on huge data storage. It requires increased networking traffic. It will increase your energy consumption as well. And this will require very specialized hardware like GPU, CPU spoke earlier also. Right. So the workload of AI, in fact, every 3 years it is increasing complex in the nature 1,000 times. So this poses definitely a risk and challenge for providers like us. There is exploding growth of the data center space and power because of such workload. There is a huge stress on utility and grid supply. I think I will just rest on this point. Because of huge demand from such workload, 20, 30, 50 megawatt, there is a supply issue from this side. So people are thinking now nuclear power data center as well, apart from this green sources that, you know, for such data center. Pressure on ESG and compliance, carbon reduction. There will be need to democratize this compute between core and edge. So if you have to allow the AI application to run, the best way is to bring that AI compute or storage rather very close to user where data is being generated, right? For example, healthcare services or IoT devices where it's working, put your compute, put your infrastructure very close to edge of the network. I will escape this. So I'm not going to prescribe as such, but these are some area I thought to list down here, which is very focused area for CIOs to take care of such surging demand of AI. So the first point is AI, develop AI strategy aligned with your organization goal. Could be short-term, could be long-term goal. What your organization basically required to, just spell it out at the beginning. Then evaluate the technology available in the market, okay, for quick adoption, and then leverage the cloud-based AI platform. If there is a load is fluctuating at very initial stage, right, the cloud is the best option available, because if you see hyperscale and cloud guys, They're also investing it out all such technologies. So it's easily available. Define principle that can set ethical boundaries. There is element of ethical items here, what AI should do, what AI should not do in the organization, right? So as a CIO, someone has to define those boundaries and allow the organization and processes to operate within that. Invest in AI talent. This is quite a new area, I'm sure. Data scientists, machine learning, and this kind of specialist is needed. And as a CIO, I think you have a great role to upskilling your workforce. Foster the culture of experimentation. So as a CIO, you have to allow people to experiment with new workloads, new work cases, build a data strategy around this. So as an organization, as a CIO, you have to ensure that organization is data driven and invest lot of invest on and analyze data volumes of the data. In a summary, the role of CIO is to steer the organization through the complexity for this evolving and some cases untested technology. AI is definitely untested right now. It's just coming up, and we have to gear up for this. Thank you. Any questions on this? Maybe I can take up offline.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. May I request Mr. 𝗍𝗵𝗵𝗃 to join us on stage and present the small token of appreciation. Thank you, sir.